Excuse me, I heard Artemis was looking for me. Well, hello there, mortals. I'm Apollo, one of the greatest Greek gods. Yes, I know you're probably freaking out. Apollo, the god prophecy, light, archery, and best of all, music. How I do love my music. Since I'm so great, I'm sure you want to hear much more about me. Well, I'm the son of Zeus and Leto, and my twin sister is Artemis. I live on Mount Olympus with all the other famous Greek gods. The ancient Greeks thought that I was the most handsome of the gods. In fact, as a Greek idea of male beauty, they weren't wrong. Since I'm so great, I'm sure you want to hear my birth story. Well, Hera, Zeus's wife, hated my mother Leto because of Zeus's ways. She did everything she could to prevent my mother from giving birth to my sister and me. She even sent this huge python to make sure I was never born. When my mother found a place to rest, the people there refused her because they were afraid of Hera's spite. Finally, Zeus had enough and told Poseidon to do something, so the god of the sea sent the North Wind to help her. Finally, Poseidon took her to a floating island where she gave birth to my sister and me. When this island was stuck to the ground, it became a sacred place for the Greeks. Okay, so do you remember that python? Well, the first mission I had was to kind of end its life. I know, you're probably thinking, a god killing a snake? That doesn't seem so hard. Well, this was not any ordinary snake. This snake was the child of Gaia, goddess of the earth. Killing a god's child never ends well, so when I was done with my mission, Gaia was mad. Well, furious is a better word. She was furious, but what happened to me? Well, as punishment, I was sent to serve a Greek king for a whole year. If you didn't know, Greek kings are usually not the best. But because I'm Apollo, the king I was sent to was King Admetus. He was kind and good. After a wonderful year of serving him, I granted the king one wish. The king says he doesn't want anything now, but maybe later. So then I left. Sometime later, the king falls in love with the princess. To marry the princess, you'd have to ride a chariot pulled by lions and boars. This is the part where I come in. With my help, the king could do this and got to marry the princess. They had a wonderful wedding. Because I'm Apollo and I'm so generous, I granted the king one more wish. The wish he got was kind of immortality. He could live forever, but every time it was time for the king to die, he would have someone else go in his place. So when it was time for the king to go, he had his parents go because they were very old and sick. But the next day when he awoke, he found out that his wife, the queen, was sick and cold because she had passed away instead of him. Persephone, queen of the underworld, heard the story and was deeply saddened by it. So she let the princess go back to the overworld. The princess and king lived happily ever after. Well, mortals, remember to always be kind and generous if you can't be as great as I am.